Good afternoon. Happy Tuesday. Can you believe it's Tuesday already? Now I'll just try and find us. Got to be around here somewhere. There. Good afternoon. Just a couple of minutes and we'll get started. I hope Tuesday's going well for you. Hi Tracy and Trudy, welcome. Happy Tuesday. I hope you're both well. Could just be the two of us, three of us. Bless, we'll just give it another couple of minutes and we'll get started. Just wait for everybody's alarms to go off so they can come and join us. Welcome, Trudy. Hi, lovely to see you. It is a happy Tuesday too. I loved my paddle. It was fabulous. Too right, Tracy, we can. Yeah, it was lovely. I do love Cornwall. The group was amazing. Hi, Jean. Welcome. Hi. Yeah, it was an amazing weekend. It was lovely all round. We done a bit of beach combing. We found some sea glass and a witch's stone. There was people swimming in bikinis, for goodness sake. I don't know what that's all about. You won't catch me doing that, but I do like a good paddle. You've not been seaside unless you've been in the water. At least I got her boots wet. Hi Kim, welcome. Good afternoon. Well, I know, bikinis. They didn't stay in long, Tracy, I can tell you. I've never seen people get out the water so quick. There was an older lady that was out there for ages and ages. I have been swimming in cold sea. Blackpool, Christmas Day. I went with a bunch of crazy people. I can't say I'd ever felt the need to do it again. The only time you'll get me in water like that now is with a wetsuit on. And the chances of getting me in a wetsuit, well, that's not going to happen. Hi, Ruth. Welcome. Right, I'm going to start. Let me put this one away. And we'll get a fresh book out. Oh, this one's got a few pages on the front. Look at this. I've got 3. I love these A5 journals. Hi, Margaret. Welcome. So today we're going to use a gel press and we're going to use some Lindy's together with some oxide and some Versafine Clair. Now, because I can, I'm going to pop my gel press just onto a stamping block. Nothing unusual, nothing outrageous. So let me move my book out of the way for a moment and we'll get all inked up. So I'm going to use Distress Oxide Hickory Smoke. I absolutely love greys, pinks and purples together. Mind you, I think grey goes with just about everything. Deb, hello. And here's Trina. Welcome. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining us. So nice to see you. We've got a beautiful sunny day. It's blooming cold out there though, I must say. So all I've done is patted that directly to my gel press. Let me take that out of the way because I'm going to spritz it with just water. And my spritz bottle works. There it is. There. I'm going to give it plenty. I'm going to wipe up this mess. I'm going to give it plenty because I need it to react with these beautiful powders. I can't believe how fine these are, Tracy. They're lovely. I'm really impressed. So I'm just going to pop that underneath just to catch any extras. We'll probably use that as well. So I'm going to use this one, Kissing Climate. Wine. That's the one. Hi, Mimi. And look at these. I had never seen these before. Look at that. It's just perfect. All ready to shake. Hi, Sylvia. And I'm just going to give just a little tap of that colour on my gel press. Now you do need to give it a second or two for that to activate. And I'm actually going to give it a drop more water. There. Look at that beautiful colour. I'll mop up my excess. Otherwise everywhere's going to be flooded. Ooh. And then all we're going to do is take this and we're going to pop it. I can't turn it over because the camera's in the way. I'm going to pop it onto my paper. Pretty much in the middle. And then press. And watch those colours. It's amazing how many colours are in these, Tracy. I can't believe it. We should have watered them down this far though. They're not so noticeable. So now I'm just going to just dot off. Just lift some of that fluid. Off the book. I love the colours. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And then all I'm going to do is dry that page. There's only one there. Quite thick paper this. Lovely. This is the watercolour book. Thank you. They are lovely. Don't forget to do the other side just to help straighten that card out. Hi Michelle. Welcome. Hello everybody that I've missed. I was just concentrating a little. Again, just heat up the back end of that. Just flatten it off a tad. Dries really quite well. Lovely. So that's all ready now for stamping. You're never quite going to know what you're going to get. And this sometimes can go really pale. Depends how much water you use. So I bought along 2 different coloured inks. These pinks, in case it went more pink. And then these purples. So it's always worth... I want to be close, you see. So I think the purples are going to fit this better today. Hi, Christine. Welcome. So I'm going to start with the monarch. Because I want to get the leaves on first. And these leaves are absolutely gorgeous. And they're from Honesty. TE28. These are gorgeous, Tracy. Absolutely love them. So I'm going to use a couple of sets. I want to use them together. But the details in these are quite amazing. So I'm just going to ink that up. And I'm going to go off the corner of my coloured panel. So hold it on there. Let that paper absorb the ink to give you a fighting chance. Same again. Especially when it's a book like this, you really need to do that. And this one, I'm going to turn up just slightly. So let's just have them so they meet a little. And again, we're going to let that sit on the paper. I hope you're all well. There's a few of you snuck in while I weren't looking. There, gorgeous. Clean my stamp down. I could put that one away. And now I'm going to get out the seed pod from the Honesty. And this is T29. Stunning. Love these. I used to have a garden full of these and I loved it when they went all translucent and lovely. So I'm going to start with the big one. There. Now I want it to retain that translucent look. So I'm going to start, actually, you know, I'm going to use this Hawthorn Rose for the background and we're going to stamp in layers. I love layers. It's a great way to get some beautiful depth going in your card. Now, when you're stamping in a book like this, remember, pay attention to that because you're not going to be able to squish close by it. There are ways around it, but just be aware of it at this point. And I'm going to take that one off that way. You can use a second generation too. I think one more of this size, of this colour rather, up the top here. There, again, second generation, just to create that depth. Beautiful. Gorgeous colours. Then we change into Lilac Bloom. I'm going to fill in some of those gaps. It's almost like you can see through each layer of seed head, just like you can out in the garden. Gorgeous, aren't they? So I'm going to pop that colour back and get out the Monarch again. So this is our top layer. This is going to match the leaf we put down first. So I'm going to come straight out the centre of that and sit over the top. Thank you, Trina. It's very easy to do. Just going to clean my stamp off and swap it out. So now I'm going over to the single seed head that's in this set. And I'm only inking up the seed head. I don't want to ink up that stalk, so I'm just going to be a little bit careful about where that goes. And then we can expand the deeper colour on the way up. Thank you, Christine. There's one, and we'll put one more. Such gorgeous, gorgeous. I have so many happy memories of these flowers, these plants. They make me smile. They're quite magical, aren't they? I'm going to put one more, just because I can. I've got space on my page, and I'm going to use it. Ink up. Wipe that stem off a little. And then we can have that one just at the top. I might have to pinch some seeds off you, Tracy. I don't have any in this garden. I have trouble with wild flowers. I don't know why. I've got a wildflower plot at the end of the garden, and it's just full, absolutely full of huge ferns. Seems to be the only thing that'll grow up there. It's so sheltered. I'm going to pop that one away. And I'm going to get the first set out. So this is the T28 again. And I'm going to use these words and these words. I think we'll put these on first. So I'm going to use these as a background stamp. Make sure I've got it the right way up. And I'm actually going to use this baby pink just for a change. A little bit of a contrast on the darker purples. So there's a nice space just here. And I think we can pop some in and amongst those. Then we can balance out the top. Give one more. You know, I put hellebores in last year and they disappeared. I don't know where they're gone. They were big plants too. I like hellebores. Most annoying. I think the squirrels had them. Or somebody did. There. That makes quite a difference, I think. You could shrink this design down, even take it down as far as your 3 inches. Because it is just about the layers. So I've got the word honesty. And I'm going to ink up again in Monarch in the darker colour. And we can pop that amongst our pink lettering, just like that. Beautiful. Right, now finishing touches. That should be nice and dry. No? Oh, magpie, naughty, naughty birdie. So I've got my bleed-proof white, and I'm going to pick some up. Oh, that's a lot. And mix it in my lid. It's all right, it's not a problem. I'm just going to water that down a little just to loosen it off. And then we can add just a little highlight around our seed heads. Just the dark ones. And then I'm going to water some more of this down a little bit further on my craft mat. Then we can have a little splasher all over the page, just as you do. Just that little finishing touch. That's fine, that's plenty. We don't want to overdo it. Now we've got it this far. There. How gorgeous are those stamps? Just a small panel background and layers of versifying clear, leaving our darkest colour to the top. You were a bit daft, Christine. I didn't want to say. I hope you enjoyed that. I really did. These are new to me and I absolutely love them. Let me show you before I go. I just want to show you what they look like when you just sprinkle them onto paper. Give me a second. I've got some different colours too, so we can have a play just while we've got time. Be rude not to. Put that away. I don't want to mix loads of little colours in my white. So you've seen this one, but let's show you what it looks like on its own. They're just really fine. So that's the wine. Let's add to that some gold leaf. Pop that down this corner. Tiniest sprinkle is all you need. I do love the sprinkle tops on these, Tracy. They're amazing. Make life a lot easier. You haven't got to worry about the pin coming out either, have you? And this is lavender. Just want a little sprinkle of each. So that last one was crimson. That one's crimson. That one's lavender. And this one is house brown in the middle. Right, so that's what they look like sprinkled. Let's see what happens with the magic spritz bottle. Here we go. Look at those different colours coming out. Look at the brown. Wow. That's going to be nice for some resists, that is. Aren't they gorgeous? Beautiful. You're right, Tracy. I absolutely love them. Fabulous. The splits. Can't get over all the colours in the brown. I know lots of colours do make up brown, but even so. Fabulous. Lovely. Well, I hope that helps. And I hope you enjoyed my project this Tuesday. Thank you so very much for joining us. And I hope you can see us again next week. Same time, same place. I look forward to seeing you then. Take care now. Bye-bye. Have a wonderful day.